joining us today on Black Investments Matter. I'm Antoine Anderson, and today we're going to go down a list of some of the more essential applications that everyone should incorporate into their workflow, whether you're in business for yourself, entrepreneurship, investing, a student. Everyone needs to have these basic applications that will save you time and money in the long run. Let's start with the productivity suites. Some of the more essential applications that anybody and everybody should be using are some kind of spreadsheet program, some type of presentation program, and some type of word processing program. Those are the basic three applications that anybody, anywhere is going to have to use. Knowing how and when to use those applications are essential to any endeavor that you do. Teaching you how to copy, cut and paste, how to create sums on a spreadsheet, how to move from slide to slide in a presentation. These are the things that will transcend any organization. These are skill sets that everyone needs to know so that you can be successful versus paying somebody to do this work for you, especially in this day and age when the applications are free and you don't even have to install them on your computer. These are accessed directly through the web. In addition to that, collaboration tools such as Zoom and Teams, and to a lesser extent, Google Meet. You can create meetings where you can collaborate face-to-face with your webcams and broadcast throughout the world, not just in your locale. Having meetings with somebody in Florida when you're in Massachusetts to discuss something going down in California, that is an essential and critical time and cost-saving application. When you can collaborate to the point where miles and boundaries are no longer a boundary. So get to know these applications in any way you can. Most of them are intuitive. They take into consideration that a lot of people do not have certain skills, but with that information, it is time for everyone to build on their skills in 2023. These applications are not going anywhere. Things are not going to be changing. It is the currency of the future, having that information. No matter what you do, you will not get away from it. We will have different tutorials on each one of the applications, but just to get yourself familiar with them, let's talk about some of them that are out there right now. First on the list of must-haves are the suite brought to us by Google. Just by opening up your Google Chrome web browser, you already have access to a host of applications. On the right-hand corner, click on Google Apps, which is the 9 chevrons in the corner, and scroll down. As long as you have a Gmail account, you have access to one of the most powerful office suites that are out there available for use, and it's completely free. With that, you have Sheets, you have Docs. Sheets is the spreadsheet program. Docs is the word processing program. You have blank documents set up similar to what you're used to seeing in Microsoft products such as Word and Excel, but with no cost to you whatsoever and no software to download, no keys, no product keys, nothing like that. Just open it and use it. It is one of the most intuitive programs you can probably find. It is built on a lot of flexibility that was originally brought to us by WordPerfect, an old program that predates the Office suite. A lot of the more contentious features that are being litigated by these two companies as far as how you access these programs are still being fought over, but the collaboration with these apps and how you use them is essential to anybody who is running a business or attempting to get into entrepreneurship. I have a video on the Google Sheets program on how to incorporate or create a CSV file That's going to be important with your cryptocurrency assets whenever you're trying to report your taxes. You want to get together all of your transactions, especially in this time when a lot of people are pulling out of crypto and just placing the funds elsewhere or getting ready to move them to other crypto assets or just out of crypto altogether. Definitely something you want to take a look at and use on a daily basis and get to know this application. Next up on your most essential applications that you're ever going to use is something that a lot of people just take for granted, and that's the web browser. Now, the good news is that the web browser game has gone through some serious changes over the last year. When I say serious changes, there is no more Internet Explorer. It used to be almost synonymous with getting on the web. Now you have Chrome, you have Firefox, and you have Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. The Edge browser has totally replaced Internet Explorer and the old Edge, and it is a Chromium-based program. Let me tell you what I mean. Just double click on Microsoft Edge if you are a Windows user. And in the upper left-hand corner, right-hand corner, click on the chevrons. Just right-click on them. Click on them, and then click on Settings. And right on the bottom of the title list, you're going to see About Microsoft Edge. There you see it. The proof is in the pudding. Microsoft no longer supports its own or has to develop its own web browser anymore. Internet Explorer was getting such a bad rap anyway. They finally got hip and went over to open source. How about that? What this means is basically Chromium is the tour du jour now. Whether you're using Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, the Chromium open source project is what you're going to be using to browse the internet with. That's a good thing for you and me. It allows us a consistent experience throughout all platforms and operating systems. One of the best decisions ever made by Microsoft, if you ask me. And it is incumbent upon each and every one of us to get to know your web browser. There are a lot of features that people just kind of take for granted, but it is the most critical tool that you're ever going to have. This is going to get you your social media access. This is going to get your applications, your productivity apps, because everything is web-based now. And without a proper interface to get on the web, you're kind of stuck in water. Finally, and definitely not least, is another often overlooked aspect of using any software devices in today's day and age is the operating system. Now, whether or not you are a Microsoft user like I am, or you use an Apple product and use the Mac OS, get to know what your system is doing. It is the currency of the day. None of this stuff is going to work, whether you are doing podcasting or anything like that. If you don't know basic stuff about how to get your operating system running efficiently or on your network, prepare to spend a bunch of money on somebody who does. It is the currency of the day. Information and experience is the currency of the day. I have made a living and I have bought my first house just off of that information. Learning how to run Microsoft, how to install a Microsoft operating system has made a difference in my life. Literally, without it, it was an industry that was brand new back when I got started back in the early 90s. And as far as getting somebody out of the hood, can't beat it. Yeah, it's been some up and down, some sessions, some times where you just did not have the opportunities that you have now, but by far, well worth the investment. I spent 4 years in a college before all these certifications came up. I learned some basics. Now these basics are pretty much just a fingertip away on a YouTube video But with that knowledge, there's nothing that's going to stop you from either becoming a more competent professional in your entrepreneurial pursuits or in your investing pursuits. And there's absolutely nothing that's going to stop you from getting a job. This is only going to help you. So please pay attention to your operating system. It will pay attention to you.